Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew this cottage skirt. It is also called a tiered skirt or maxi skirt. The picture at the side is the inspiration, and the one I am putting on, this yellow one, is the one I recreated. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment on it, share it. This really helped my algorithm a lot. If you want to see more of this kind of tutorials here on this channel, then go ahead and subscribe in case you've not subscribed. Turn on post notifications so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. This is the fabric I'm going to be using. It is called crepe. I have about 3 yards of crepe here. Please, to be on a safer side, I'm going to advise you to buy 3.5 yards. But if you are very big, you're going to be needing about 4 yards. If you are tiny, you can make use of 3 yards. Then you're also going to be needing your zip. These are the main measurements you are going to be needing. You are going to be needing your hip measurement. So my hip measurement is 45 inches. Then you are going to be needing the length of the skirt. So the length of my skirt is going to be 42 inches. You're also going to be needing your waist measurement. I did not write it. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a skirt illustration. I'm not good at sketching. Please just manage the drawing, okay? Now you're going to determine how many steps you want your skirt to have. Mine, I want it to be 4. So I'll just go ahead and divide this by 4, okay? If you want yours to be 3, just go ahead and divide it by 3. So this one is going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, okay? Now the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and divide the skirt length by 4. So my full skirt length is 42 inches. I'm going to divide 42 inches by 4. That is because I want this skirt to be 4 steps, just like I already said. If you want yours to be 3 steps, divide the full length of your skirt by 3. Now 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. So that means this first one here is going to be 10.5. This second one will be 10.5, the third one will be 10.5, and the last one will be 10.5. After writing it down, you are going to be asking yourself, do I want all the steps to be the same length? So for me, I don't want all the steps to be the same length. I want number 2 and number 3 to be wider, and I want number 4 to be smaller, to be the smallest, followed by number 1. Okay, now, so what I'm going to be doing to reduce this last one, I'm going to minus 2 inches away from the last one. Now 10.5 minus 2 is going to give me 8.5. So I'll just write 8.5. That means the length of this, or the wideness of this last one, is going to be 8.5, no longer 10.5. Now the 2 inches I minused away from the last one, I'm going to divide it by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I'm going to add 1 to the second layer and 1 to the third layer. Okay, so by so doing, I'm gonna have to replace the 2 and minus from the down. So the total measurement I'm going to have for this second layer is going to be level 0.5, which is 10.5 plus 1, level 0.5, while the second one will be level 0.5. I hope you guys understand. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and mark out the waistband. I'm going to be adding waistband to this skirt. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark something like a waistband like this. Can you see it? Now the height of this waistband is going to be 1.5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and write it 1.5 inches. That is how wide I want the waistband to be. Now I'm going to minus this 1.5 inches away from this first step. This first step is 10.5 inches, right? Now I'm going to say 10.5 minus 1.5. That is going to give me a total of 9. So that is what I'm going to have for the first one. So we are done with the wideness of each of these steps, okay? Now I'm just going to go ahead and redraw the sketch again like this. After redrawing it, I will draw the waistline. I will divide it by 4. So I'm going to be transferring the original measurement to this new one so that it will be more clearer. So the waistband is 1.5. This first step is going to be 9. Then the other one is going to be 11.5. This one will be 11.5. Then this last one will be 8.5. So after writing it, we are done with the wideness. The next thing we are going to be working on is to determine the length of each piece. Now this first one here is going to be my hip measurement, which is 45 times 1.5. okay, for the first layer you're going to multiply your hip measurements by 1.5. 45 times 1.5 is going to give me 67.5, equal to 67.5. To get the length for this second one, this is the first one, right? This is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one. To get the length of this second one, you're going to multiply whatever answer you got here by 1.5. So this is going to be 67.5 times 1.5. So that is going to give me 101.5. This is going to give me 101.25, sorry, 25. So this is going to be the answer for this second one. Then, to get the answer for this third one, you are going to multiply whatever answer you got on this second one by 1.5. So what I got here is 101.25 times 1.5 equal to 151.875. So this is going to be the answer for this one here. Then for this fourth one, we are going to multiply the answer we got here by 1.5. So this one is 151.875 times 1.5. Wow, that is going to give me a total of 227.8125. So this is going to be the answer for this fourth one. Okay, so if you want yours to be 3 steps, you're also going to be doing the same thing. Now that you already know the calculations you are going to be needing for the wideness of each of the piece and also for the length of each of the piece, so let's go ahead and cut it out on our fabric. I might not be able to show all the process of the cutting on my fabric because that part is kind of long, so just go ahead and fold your fabric the way you can fold it. So I'll just place my tape at the top like this and measure what I want to measure. I'm going to be adding 1 inch for journey allowance. So whatever you're going to be cutting at, add 1 inch for it for journey allowance. Remember, you're going to be joining all the steps together. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll go ahead and measure it if it's up to the length I want. So this one is more than the length I want here. I'll just go ahead and cut out the remaining one. Okay, once I'm done cutting out this one, I will go ahead and cut out the second step, just like as you can see me doing. However you want to fold your fabric, just go ahead and fold it. Just make sure you cut it out, take your measurements. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the rest. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out. As you can see, step 1, step 2, step 3, I added 1 inch for journey allowance. Then I added 2 inches to the length for zipper allowance. Okay, this is the down part. 2 inches to the length for zipper allowance and 1 inch for the wideness for journey allowance. So this is what I have. I'm going to take this to the same machine now and gather the waistline of the first one. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and gather it like this. I already have a well detailed tutorial on how to make a gather. You can go ahead and watch it. So this is just how I am gathering it. If you have a machine that can do loose stitches, I will advise you use it, because this method, if it's not up to the length, you have to lose it again and regather it again. My sewing machine does not do loose stitches. After I was done gathering it, I'll just go ahead and measure it. So this first one has to be my exact waist measurement plus 2 inches for zip allowance. So I'll just go ahead and measure it. So this is 35 inches. Then I'll go ahead and measure the remaining one here. So what I have here is 4 inches. All I need is just extra 2 inches for zip allowance. So I'll go ahead and gather the other 2 inches inward like this. I'll just look for the part that is not really full like that. I will gather it on it. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the piece. So I'll go ahead and measure it now. What I have here is exactly my waist measurement plus 2 inches. So now that I'm sure of the measurement, what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and gather the rest. I'm going to be doing that off the camera, but please pay attention to what I will be explaining to you. So these are all the pieces. This one is the step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Then the first one is the waistband, as you can see. Please pay attention to what I'm about to explain. If you are done gathering the first one, this first one, go ahead and measure the part where you gather. Make sure it is your exact waist measurement plus extra 2 inches. Why? Because you are going to be joining that gather part to the waistband, so it has to be your exact waist measurement. Once you are done with that, go ahead and gather step number 2. Once you are done gathering it, measure the part where you gather. Make sure that part is as long as the total measurement you have on step number 1 here. Why? Because you are going to be joining it to the down part of step number 1 plus extra 2 inches. Then for step number 3, gather it. Once you're done gathering it, make sure the total measurement you have is the same as the total measurement you have in step number 2, because you're going to be joining step number 3 to number 2. Then you're going to be doing that till you get to the last part. I hope you guys understand. So I'll just go ahead and open step number 1. Then this is the waistband. So for the waistband, the measurement I use for the wideness is 2 inches. This is on fold though. Go ahead and fold your fabric into 2 and measure 2 inches. That is if you use 1.5 inches for the waistband. While the length is my waist measurement plus extra 2 inches. That is 35 plus 2, which make it 37. Now I'm going to place the waistband on the gathered part of step number 1. I will just go ahead and sew it. Once I'm done sewing it, I'm going to place step number 2 like this. I will open it. I will place the right side of step number 2. I'm going to place it like this. The right side of step number 2 is going to be facing the right side of step number 1. Then I will place it like this. Can you see how I am placing it? I'll go ahead and sew it round from the start to the end. That is why the gathered part has to be the same measurement for the step above them. Okay, then I'll go ahead and do the same thing for step number 3 and step number 4. So this is just me sewing the waist band to the first step. So when you're sewing it, arrange it just like as you can see me doing. I'm arranging the waistband so that I will not sew on the wrong part, or I will not sew roughly on it. So guys, I'm done sewing it. You can see how clean it is. So I will just go ahead and stitch the edge like this on the waistband so that it will be neat and relaxed. I will do the same thing for the other side. So once I'm done stitching it, I will go ahead and place step number 2 right side facing the right side of step number 1. So I'll just go ahead and place the part where I gathered on the down part of step number 1 where I did not gather. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. In case you don't understand what I'm explaining, watch what I'm doing, you understand. So I'll just go ahead and sew it from the start to the end. Can you see that it is equal? No excess, nothing naughty, everything is just equal. So you must take your time to gather it and make sure everything is equal. So I've gone ahead to join step number 3 to number 2 and step number 4 to number 3. So I'm just joining everything together. The next thing I want to do is to fold my skirt into 2. So I'll place my tape on the waistline and mark 10 inches downward. That is where I want to sew my zip on. So from there, I'll just go ahead and pin each point like this, meeting each other. Okay, where you sew, that is the part where you join. Make sure they are meeting each other. I'll go ahead and pin it like this. After pinning it, I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down. Okay, remember I'm going to be sewing zip on this, so I will start sewing it from where the zip is going to stop to the hem. After that, I will sew the zip on it, then I will iron it out. So guys, this is the dress. After I was done sewing it, I went ahead to iron it, and this is how it looked like on my body. If this tutorial was helpful, please go ahead and like this video, comment on it, share it, subscribe to my channel, turn on post notification so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. So I'm going to be seeing you guys on my next tutorial. Bye.